All right, guys, that's going to be the other adult. Oh yeah, that's a huge beaver, guys. Look at that thing. So that's the other adult out of here. We caught the pair to this adult that second night or third night that we had these sets up here. So that's the two adults out of that colony. That's the main thing we were after. Now we just got to figure out how many 2-year-olds and yearlings they have in here. But guys, I'm sure glad it was right here close to the truck. This beaver's gonna weigh. This beaver's gonna be heavy. Let's get it up here. Get it untangled from around this other tree that's right here. And guys, we don't have a real great catch on it. Just a couple of toes, it looks like. Couple of toes in there. But that TS-85 held, guys. That's all that really counts. We got them. So you can see it's all watered around all that mess right there. So I'm gonna try to get this bunch of roots. There we go, that'll make it easier. All right, guys, I'm gonna get that beaver out of there, and then I can get that trap untangled. Oh goodness. Oh. All right, I'm gonna set this back, guys, but I want to get this limb out of the way. So it doesn't happen again. There's what we're all tangled up in. Mostly the root wads from up underneath that tree. All right, guys, we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna come in here and set that trap right here in front of this crossing, and see if we can pick up another one. All right, guys, made it down here to the hut. That snare in that hollow tree is still standing. I can see this 330 that we had the second beaver caught in yesterday is still standing. I can see the spring sticking up, and it's still compressed. Guys, just looking at my big H stand, I don't think anything's happened there. It doesn't. The top of it still looks about like the way I left it, but I'll have to get down there and check it nonetheless. This next 330 we put in there, guys, is still set. So all three of these front runs are set. We'll check that H stand to make sure. I'm gonna go ahead and cross, get over there to the back side and check those snares and those other sets we got over there, guys. So picking up that other adult this morning that made made five out of this colony. So we got the very first morning we caught a small one, and then the next catch was the male adult, and then we pulled out of here and left it be for about 3 weeks, catching that 2-year-old that made 3. And then yesterday we picked up those 2 young ones, which is 4 and 5. So today that other adult made 6. If I had to guess, I'd say there's still some young beaver in here, but that possibly could be the whole colony. As big as this is, as many tracks as I was seeing, I'm thinking there's still some more small beaver in here. Now that mom and dad's disappeared, not going to be showing back up, everybody else in their family's going, they may hoe up in here, guys, and not come out for a while. But I'm going to leave this set. It just depends on how busy I am. If I've got time to invest into it, I'd leave these trap sets, get out here and check them every day for a couple of weeks. See if you wouldn't pick them back up, because as big as this colony, as big as that house is, they don't have to come out of there. You seen yesterday they pushed that feed stick out. I mean, they've got all kinds of feed up in that hut. They don't have to come out of there. Now, you just never know, guys. We we may leave everything set for a couple of days, pull everything out, and then come back in 2 or 3 weeks, look around it and see if there's any new activity around and try to pick those others up. But anyway, I'm gonna get over there and get these other sets checked, guys. All right, guys, so far everything's still set. I'm not seeing the activity. You know, they've been coming in behind me every night and working over the areas that my footprints are in that I disturbed. They've been coming up here and working, and I'm not seeing that today. So we may have them all that's been coming out. It looks like everything's still going to be set, but I'll leave these traps set for a couple more days anyway, just to make sure there's not any little ones hanging out in the house not wanting to come out. While I'm over here both mornings, I'll make a loop down that side, and I'll walk back out this side of the ditch, and I'll watch for fresh sign, fresh footprints. I'll watch for tracks or sign that there's still a beaver in here. And then if I don't pick any up, guys, I'll probably pull everything out of here, move it to a new area, and then I'll get back over here before the end of season, do the same thing, scout the area again, come back here to this hut, see if there's any fresh sign or fresh activity, because this time of year the 2-year-olds are moving. So I'll clean this colony out of here, and a pair of 2-year-olds will move right in behind me. This house is here. As long as this house is here, it's going to always hold beaver year after year after year. Now this is the first time I've ever been told about it. I've ever found it. Obviously it's been here for a while, but now that it's on my radar, I can keep unless this gets tore down or burned out by the property owner, I can get in here every year after year after year after year, and pick up beaver out of this little ditch. We made it back over here to this dam, and yesterday after making those catches, guys, there was no fresh mud, or the ground wasn't tore up where we walked. But coming across here this morning, you can tell there was one back up here last night working this ground, the area of this hill where I walked across there. Actually, I think I was talking about it as I walked across right here, not seeing anything. And then today we get here and there's fresh mud pushed all up here, and so we know there's still at least one in here. The traps I could see over here, guys, this one's still set. The one around the corner where we picked up that second little one that day is still set. I'm gonna step right here and check this, the one that we got guarding this main run going in under the water here. Let's step over here and make sure it's still set. And it is, guys. You can hear the 2 clicks. I'll hit it with my end of my stick, and you'll hear 2 clicks. And I feel those 2 clicks, and that's the top of those jaws still closed together. So that trap's still set. You can tell he got right up here messing around. That's where I placed my hand, guys, where I left marks. And he's seeing that disturbance in the ground, knowing something else was up here. And all this right here, this is where I climbed out at, walked up the side of that bank, and he come in here behind me and disturbed all those footprints and marks that I had made. And actually, guys, looking right here, looks like it's still a pretty good sized beaver in here. Looks like pretty good sized marks, foot marks. I wasn't expecting nothing but maybe a couple of 2-year-olds and babies, but there may still be another good decent beaver in here. I'm positive those 2 that we got were the 2 adults, but we'll just have to wait and see. Always a surprise, always something different, always learning. Only thing action happened last night was that one coming in behind us where we had walked, and we had disturbed the ground, and the dam up there that we got set with a drowning rod, it was still laying in the bed, but it was tripped this morning, just laying right there in the bed. I got it reset, working again. But guys, that's gonna be it for today, and I'll check back in tomorrow, see if we can get that last one picked up and see what it is. All right, guys, I made it back over here. I've walked across the ditch, come back over here. I can see just a few small beaver prints, gonna be a yearling. And I think 1 2-year-old, one set of bigger prints is all I seen along this edge. You can tell they come up here and brought some castor mounds up, marking this area that I disturbed. There's nothing in these traps. Probably what I'm gonna do, guys, is you can see their footprints coming up right here. I think it's gonna be a bigger one, probably a 2-year-old. It's in here, and I've seen some smaller ones right over there. It's going to be one of the yearlings. So I think there's still 2 beaver in here, and there could be more, but that drowning rod didn't have anything in it. None of them front sets had anything in it. Guys, probably what I'll do tomorrow, I'll probably bring a foothold on a drowning rod, carry it back in here. That snare still sit there. And put something, a castor mound on that drowning rod right there on the front of that, where they've been coming up working behind me, disturbing it. And what I'll do, guys, I've got Mama's castor hanging on my wall at the house, and I'll bring some of Mama's castor back in here with me, because those yearlings are still, they're still suckling. She had, her nipples were still out, had some milk, so they were still suckling, and they're gonna want to go to Mom. It looks like, I'll get over here and look. Looks like they come all up on this edge, put some castor mounds, so they're gonna be up looking for Mom. So I think that's what I'll do tomorrow. I'll bring some of her scent back, and we'll come in here somewhere and we'll put us a castor mound, and see if we can get these last couple picked up pretty quick. Well, something else, guys, a real possibility, and I don't know because I've never trapped this lake before, but there's a real good possibility it's big enough to hold 2 colonies of beavers. Now, so far I haven't picked any up that made me think there might be 2 colonies, but there's another hut somewhere down here on this other end of the lake and got some more beavers in it. I haven't accessed any of that yet, so I think this morning I'm gonna make a big loop out back farther south here, back out to the edge of the lake, and just walk some of this side brush and see if I can possibly spot another hut out across this lake. All right, guys, so I just made my way down this lake. That hut's, I don't know, pretty good ways up there in those taller trees. Come down here and there's a run that cuts off right here, and it looks like it's just gonna make a loop around right there. It kind of comes back in right here, but pretty good deep area over there holding water. There's a lot of mounds over there, just dirt mounds. Been real easy for them to dig into, start making a hut. So I'm just going to finish walking all the way out here to where the lake opens up, see what I can see out across there, and I'll come back up that side. We got a pretty good sized ridge right there that drops down into this lake flat. I'm going to walk the edge of that ridge where that water's at over there and see if possibly they're staying in there right now. There's a very good possibility that we scared them out of that hut. They're not staying in that hut right now with us catching those beaver. But anyway, I'm seeing all kinds of track, guys, out here in this dry lake bed. I'm seeing coyote, fox, coon. I seen a mink trail earlier. Just bobcat, seen some bobcat tracks earlier, but just tracks everywhere in this mud. There's a raccoon there. All these little low indentions, guys. I want every one of these little, it don't even have to be just the slightest little bit of an indention, and it's got tracks. Them animals are using it. But anyway, these areas like this are just a gold mine to trap. If you live close to somewhere, you have a place where the water disappears like this, get in there and walk around. You'll pick up all kinds of critters. Some blue herrings or geese been up here. All right, here's a neck down area, guys. It'd be perfect for a 330 or foothold. They're going to use that little crossover area right there. All right, guys, we're making our trek back in here this morning. I went ahead and carried another 330 and a H10 with me. And if we don't have any catches this morning, we're going to put that 330 right in here because it's blocked down. That's the only avenue right along this edge if they're traveling. So even though we're right here at the end of this thing, having this set, we're going to go ahead and put another set in, just change it up. Because the last couple of days we haven't picked anything up. So brought a foothold with me as well. So we get down here and there's mud and fresh castor mountain stuff up around that hut and we hadn't got a catch. We're gonna do the same thing there and make another set. Guys, all these are set still on the front of this thing. I'm not seeing any fresh tracks from last night. I think what I'm gonna do is come right in here beside this log. It's pretty deep channel right here, but right here is not 4 or 6 inches deep. So I think what I'm gonna do is attach this foothold, anchor it here to this log, and set this foothold right in that little path, and put some scent up here on this log, and see if we can't get them picked up in this foothold maybe. Get it set and laid down in there. There, it fits just under the water right there, just about perfect. Alright, I didn't bring any mama's castor. I ran off and forgot it, but I do have some castor here, guys, and we're just gonna put a little bit up here high right above that trap. Just like that. That'll take a little bit of it. Put back in here behind that trap. So yeah, we'll see if that won't get them over here, and we can pick them up in one of these 2 sets we got right here. All right, guys, so we're walking out this morning. We went ahead and put that 330 in right here at this little just debris wash up area. It only leaves one little channel right along that edge going through, and we've got that 330 guarding it now. That hut's up here about as far as we can see up this ditch, and this is gonna be the 3rd day in a row we hadn't had a catch, so we may have them all. We're just gonna, I seen some fresh, what I thought was fresh dirt and stuff pushed up on there behind our foot tracks. Makes me think there's a couple more in here. Hopefully we can get them picked up tonight. If not, we got to decide whether to keep coming over here every day and checking traps, or go ahead and pull everything and just stay after them years to come. Get back over here and keep them thinned down and managed. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off here, get the rest of the line run, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, so yesterday was 3 days in a row that we didn't have a catch here. Looking right here at this crossover, it looks like my trap is gone. The stick we had sticking up is gone. So I'm gonna get down here and see what might have happened here last night. All right, there's my rod. Trap is gone, guys. So let's see what might be on it there. All right, so there's that other big beaver that we were good full back foot catch on him. That's that other big beaver that was in here that we were after. I'm gonna go ahead, set this back. Well, this has been a good spot to pick them up. Really kind of makes me wonder if they're hitting another colony somewhere close. We walked a pretty good ways. Back toward the lake. But with us catching this other big beaver here, makes me wonder if there might be a colony back down this way. We picked that one coming down here to visit. But anyway guys, I'm gonna get on down here and check these other sets and see what might have happened. All right, good deal guys. Glad we put this other set in here. That's gonna be another one of the small beavers there. So yep. So we're getting this colony. It's probably gonna be the last two because I've seen the big footprints and the small footprints. So we put this 330 in here yesterday just to neck to this one crossing right here, just to try to pick them up if they were, because we weren't picking them up at the hut. So we came in here, made a few other sets away from the hut, and picked this one up going through this little channel yesterday. So good deal. I'm gonna get that reset in here. Had one of my stands on it. Try to find that stand. Didn't bring my setters either, so I'm just gonna use this log and try to get this 330 set back. Alright, let's find that stand that we had here, guys. Just had that trap on one of them, right there, on one of them rebar stake stabilizers. Alright, got that trap reset, guys. We're just gonna clean this little run back out a little bit. Get that trap put back down in there. Safeties are off now. There we go, guys, just like that. Alright, I'll just take a few of these, of the stick and debris that's around here. We're going to camouflage that thing in. Just like that, guys. We'll leave it set one more night. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the last two that are in here. There might be another small one or two, but we'll get down here and see if we got any more caught here at this hut this morning, and then within a day or two we'll know if we got them all out of here. All right, guys, looking over here, our 330. This one we can see over here still up, but this one right here, the springs are tripped on it. I'm thinking we might have had one in this foothold, and then it went in that hole, and we got them in that 330 in the foothold. I'm gonna get over there and see what might have happened there. I can tell, guys, too, it looks like our A-frame H-stand's leaning forward, so we may have had something happen right there last night. I'm not seeing any fur yet. As we had that foothold right here, right there it is, still set. Alright, I don't think there's gonna be anything in here. Nothing on that outside jaw. Unless we got something held by that inside jaw. Let's pull it up and see. We're tangled up in something. Oh, it actually got a root right there. We got a couple of roots caught right here. Don't think we're gonna have an animal, but we do got a couple of roots. It's gonna be hard to get this trap out of there. See if I can get it. See if I can get it set. Should have brought my setters. May have to just leave this for tomorrow. Alright, there's one of them. And the other one, guys, I got a root caught right here with this jaw and a root caught back there with that jaw. Actually, yeah, I see that root there. Oh, there we go. Get this set back real quick, guys, and get over there and get them other sets checked. Yeah, there's a critter down there, guys. I can feel him with my feet going into the hut. Let's see what we got. Another good sized beaver. All right, guys, so that's gonna be a younger beaver, but gonna be definitely be a 2-year-old. Whew, what a day to not bring my setters. Hey guys, I'm gonna get him out of here, get this reset back down in here, and see if we can't get some more. So this morning makes 9 out of here, and again, there still could be some 2-year-olds and some yearlings. But I'm thinking, just by looking at the tracks, we're getting pretty close to what's left in here. But anyway, just keep after it and we'll see. All right, morning, guys. We're out here trying to beat this storm this morning. It's about 70 degrees. The storm's just fixing to get here, and I'm trying to get a few of these traps pulled. Get down here. We've checked everything up to this point. Don't have anything caught. I'm gonna get down there to that hut, see if there's anything going around it. Probably pull those snares, maybe maybe some of those traps, we'll see. I'm gonna get everything pulled out of here and pull a few out today, pull a few out tomorrow, and start getting this trap line taken down, move somewhere else. But anyway, hopefully that storm will hold off a little bit longer. We can get down here and get this done without it becoming too fun of a morning. Still set. Alright, still set. Still set. Still set. Alright, so everything's still set, nothing this morning. I'm gonna say we got them all caught, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and carry a few of these traps back out with me. And that wind's picking up. That storm's fixing to be here. Oh. Alright guys, let's head to the truck before we get caught out here in this thing. Morning guys, we're out here. It's gonna be the last day. We're pulling all these traps today. Pulled the little dam that we had set up and get here to this one, and the trap's tripped. I'm not seeing anything in it. Almost looks like we had some debris wash through it and trip it. But a beautiful morning. Wind's blowing a little bit, but at least that sun's shining. I'm gonna get down here and make sure there's nothing in this one. stick push through it there. Here you guys, I'll get this wrapped up. Alright guys, so I'm out here pulling these traps. I don't see nothing caught in any of them, but pull this one up and looky there. He got us a muskrat slipping into that beaver hut. Those animals will use the same huts, the muskrats and the beavers. Anyway guys, I'm pretty confident that we've got those beavers out of here. We're just going to make our way around to all these sets and get everything taken up and loaded back into the truck. So that makes 9 out of here, out of this colony that we've taken. Alright guys, so got this pulled here. We're gonna get on over there and get the rest of those sets pulled. But you know, we saw those muskrats swimming around that day whenever we saw the beaver swimming around. Put a few muskrat sets out up there, but never did catch anything. So good way to end it, confirming that we did have some muskrats in here, and we got the muskrats and the beavers that we were wanting caught. So good deal. I'm gonna keep working my way to get the rest of these sets pulled, guys. All right guys, here's our loot this morning. 1 muskrat and a bunch of traps. So I got everything pulled from around the side. I got a couple of snares here in the front pocket of my waders and some extensions, and these 4 330s, a foothold, a couple of stakes, and yeah, we're gonna get out of here now. He's carry all this back to the truck. Guys, I've got everything wrapped up, even this one. Don't have that muskrat out of there yet, but I got the cable wrapped up around it. That's just gonna make it easier as I'm carrying these out. That cable and anchor system's not gonna be dragging, catching on stuff, so this makes it a little bit better carrying stuff out. Anyway guys, I'm gonna get my arms full. We've got other 330 to pick up on the way to the truck, and then that drowning rod. Get those to the truck, and that'll have everything pulled over here. But don't reckon there's any reason to film anymore, guys. But we got what we were after. We ended up with 9 beaver out of here, and 1 muskrat. We even put some muskrat sets out here, so that's a bonus. We weren't necessarily expecting. So that was a bonus we weren't necessarily expecting. But anyway, glad to have it. We'll get it put up. And yeah guys, thanks for watching again. Hope you enjoyed this 2-part series, trapping this beaver hut from the beginning to end. And I want to get out of here, and we'll see you guys next video.